Woof.
Here's the next devblog. This is the first one from today, the 16th. It's talking about changes to test ships in closed test 12.2. Let's see what we've got here. So based on testing results, we're applying changes to the Pan American cruisers, European destroyers, Tashkent 41 and Nottingham. Okay, this should be interesting. So let's see here. Let's see what happens. Pan American cruisers. Change the characteristics of combat instructions. Okay, we're getting these tweaked again. I'm just still waiting to see how this screws up the code. Like if we have spaghetti coding or something, how it screws up something that's not combat instructions. I just hope not. But when idle, combat instructions progress will decay at a faster rate from every 2 seconds to every 1 second. So that's a bit of a nerf. They're making the combat instructions go away faster. Amount of progress lost with each downtick reduced. Okay, so wait. So instead of losing 25 seconds every 2, we're going to lose 15 seconds every 1. So every 2 seconds, you're going to lose 30% instead of 25. So overall, it looked like it was going to be a big nerf by losing twice as much, but this just means you're going to lose 30 instead of 25 every 2 seconds. Pan American cruisers Ignacio Allende, Santander, and San Martin, which I think are the tier 8, 9, and 10, removed the fighter consumable. Because what's the point? The spotting aircraft consumable has been moved to the same slot as surveillance radar. So, okay, now they're saying you got to pick between the fighter, the spotting aircraft range or the radar. Okay. The versatility provided by having simultaneous access to spotting aircraft and radar made the ships excessively effective. You think? Do you think? Now players will have to make a choice on what tactics, either harassing from a distance with spotting aircraft or contesting key areas with radar. Okay. Pan American cruiser Coronel Bolognese, the sauce, tier 7. Main battery turret's 180-degree turn time reduced from 25.7 to 20. A slight buff. That's okay. I've got no big deal with that. And what else? Pan American cruiser Almirante Cochrane, tier 6. Main battery 180 turn time reduced from 30 to 20 seconds. That's pretty bad at 30 seconds, so that kind of needed help. Okay, no problem there. So minor buffs there. So essentially what we got is overall there is a nerf. Okay, we'll go over it on the way back, but let's look. European destroyers. AP shells have been removed from all ships of the new branch. The gameplay concept behind the new branch of destroyers focuses them towards the use of a single shell type. This concept already exists in the game applied to British and Pan American light cruisers, but now we won't try expanding it to a line of destroyers that can instead fire only HE shells. Well, that's at least something new. I'm surprised they haven't done that until now. So, okay. So the European DDs can only fire HE, right? Soviet destroyer Tashkent 41, tier 7. Main battery reload time increased from 4 to 5 seconds. I suspected they may do that. Torpedo tube reload time increased from 70 to 80 seconds. Wow. So nerf to the guns and the torp reload. So basically nerfing the gun DPM and the torp DPM. Change the torpedo reload booster consumable. Number of charges 3 to 2, so it's reduced. That's a nerf. Time for the torpedo tubes to reload after activation increased from 5 to 8 seconds. So again, a small nerf. And cooldown increased from 160 to 240 seconds. So wow, total and complete nerfing, and they didn't do a darn thing on what is supposed to be a torp boat. They didn't do a darn thing to address the concealment, which is horrible. So interesting. And then lastly, British cruiser Nottingham, Tier 8. Remove the repair party consumable. Okay. No repair for you. Torpedo range reduced from 10 to 8. So, huge nerf right here and nerf here. But huge nerf. So just to recap this, mostly nerfs here. Huge nerf to the Nottingham. Big nerfs to the gun and torpedo DPM and the TRB statistics on the Tashkent nerfed heavily. Removing AP shells from the European DD destroyers and making them HE only. That's interesting. Then we have some buffs to the turret traverse on the Tier 6 and 7 Pan American cruisers. We have the Tier 8, 9, and 10 cruisers having the surveillance radar and the fighter consumable combined into the same slot, so you can't have both at once, which, thank goodness. That's a good nerf, I think, but a nerf nonetheless. And then overall, the combat instructions are nerfed on all the ships to decay a little bit faster, or to go away a little bit faster. So, very interesting. Mostly nerfs to everything. The only buffs were just the Tier 6 and 7 with the improved turret rotation. So, there you go. That is the first DevBlog from March 16th. Let's check out the second. Okay, so here is the second DevBlog from March 16th. Talking about new Dockyard, new map, and other upcoming features close testing 12.3. Let's go over some of the main new features of the upcoming update. Okay, Dockyard. So, in Update 12.3, construction of Tier 9 Japanese battleship Daisen will begin at the Curie Dockyard. Interesting. Now, is this thing here really part of the camo? There's like a freaking palm tree or something hanging off the front of the ship. What the hell? I have no clue. That is weird. That's just weird. If that's part of... I'm not a big fan of this camo overall. Here's the thing, and I've said this before on stream. These camos that have all these flags going from tip to the top of the superstructure to the stern, and all this fancy, decoration hanging off the ship, that's in my opinion, that's pork queen camo. That's not something you take into battle. That's designed to be pretty. That's designed to be what you put on when the soldiers are coming back home victorious to port, for their nation to congratulate them and their wives and girlfriends and whatever, waiting for them to disembark and come home. That's what that's for. That is not for going into battle. I'm a functional guy. I'm an engineer. I want function. This isn't a functional camo, and I'm not a fan of the lime green and whatever this monstrosity is that's hanging off the front of the ship here that I can't figure out what it is. But I'll still build it anyway, because why not? So it consists of 34 stages, 29 of which can be fulfilled by completing groups. Stages are also purchasable, as we know. 3 stages will be granted as the main reward for the premium battle pass. Oh, that's kind of cool. You get 3 stages from the battle pass. That's cool. Associated combat missions will be available to complete during Update 12.3 and the first 2 weeks of Update 12.4, while the Dockyard itself will remain in the port until the beginning of Update 12.5. The port of Curie has been specifically decorated to mark the event. Here's the Curie port. Okay, a new map. The new Seychelles or Seychelles map, however you want to say that. which began testing in summer of 2022, will finally appear on the live server in Update 12.3. The aesthetic is inspired by the northeastern Seychelles Islands, including the large islands of Praslin and La Digue, as well as many small adjacent islands. So, it's funny. It looks like the Queen Mary docked here in harbor. That's interesting. Got islands with lighthouses, little pier in the water. That's nice. Something I can run my destroyer aground on. That'll be great. Oh, we have a little Ferris wheel here, a little dock with a little amusement park. How wonderful. So they're not giving us the overview of the whole thing, I don't think, though. No, they're not letting us see that just yet, which I get that. They're leaving a little bit to the imagination. I'm okay with that. But you're giving us a couple of the detail features of the island. Very cool. Another little Ferris wheel over on the other side of the island. So they've got two little amusement parks. The map is intended for random and co-op battles, tier 7 to 10 ships, as well as super ships. Battles on this map will take place in the domination mode with 4 key areas. There will be 2 variants of key areas location on the map. Okay. We will see. Now there is a new collection to talk about. Collection dedicated to the anniversary of the end of World War II in Europe. So VBE Day, I think it was called. The collection consists of 6 pages with 2 collection items on each. Reward will be a commander from one of the Allied nations. Okay. And for finishing the entire collection, 3 days of warship premium account. Collection items can be attained by opening new Allied fleet containers. Okay. So what is in an Allied fleet container, you ask? Well, I think they're going to tell us right here. 1 camo, 1 item from the list, which is some type of bonuses or some elite commander XP, and 1 collection item. So these are wimpy little containers, but it is what it is. That's the way they normally are. So no surprise here, anything out of the ordinary. In relation to the event, the following items were added. Allied Fleet Patch and Achievement. And then we also have some other commanders. Commanders Peter Vance from Great Britain, Holden Kirby Bennett from US, Rene Joubert from French, Andrei Goryachev from Mother Russia, Eugeniusik Grudzinski. If that pronunciation doesn't sound right, it's because that was Southern, the Southern variant. That's why, Southern European variant. That's the European commander. And Lionel H. Morrow from Commonwealth. So we get a couple of patch and achievement thing, and we get all these captains. Okay, good enough. All right, combat missions for portal competitions. Wow, this is a lot of DevBlogs in the course of 2 days. Holy jeez. To supplement regional portal activities hosted on our website, new type of combat missions have been added. Portal competitions. They will serve as a counter to measure your progress. For example, in an event, you're required to be in the top 50 participants by damage dealt to win a prize. The in-game portal competition combat mission will show you how much damage you have dealt so far. It will not be able to provide information, blah, blah, blah. In the combat mission description, you also find a link to it. So, yeah, basically, if you're in some kind of a mission and you score the most damage or the most whatever, you get some kind of a prize if you're in the top 50. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Wow, this is a lot. It's making me tired. Technical changes and improvements. As previously announced, we're working on a fix for ships getting stuck near islands. Praise be. Let's hope they can get it right and not F it up worse. In 12.3, ships will slip when they hit land or shallows, thus allowing them to continue moving. In future updates, we will change the collision models of the islands themselves so they match the contours of the coast in the game. Okay. Updated sound effects. torpedo launching on surface ships, aircraft squadrons dropping their payload, the machine gun pre-firing of attack aircraft, passing of main battery shells above, and the ricochet of skip bombers' bombs, and ship collisions with islands and other ships. So they updated sound effects. I don't know why. I'm fine with how they are now, but whatever. Maybe they'll be better. Unique upgrades, adding unique upgrades for Venezia and Halland. So Halland gets improved maintenance in slot 6. So increases HP recovery efficiency of the repair party. So basically makes the hill better. Increases the bonus to maximum speed of the ship while engine boost is active. And increases the number of charges of all consumables by 1. So basically, that's a big survivability boost. Now, that's in slot 6. So you have to give up gun or torpedo reload depending on how you've built the ship. So basically, you're giving up some torpedo DPM for more survivability. That's what you're doing. Okay. Venezia slot 5 increases the number of charges of the exhaust smoke generator by 2, decreases the cooldown from 180 to 60 seconds. So you give up 10% concealment to get more smokes that are available in a third of the time. Now, wow, you know, I can see really good players going Lighthouse Venezia with this build. I mean, this is a Lighthouse Venezia build for sure. But may even be useful for normal Venezia builds. Well, let's see. That one is intriguing. That one is intriguing. The Halland one, it's hard to say. It could go either way. But I don't think it's bad. I think it does give you a choice of gameplay. So not a bad thing. What else do we have? Content additions. Holy crap. In honor of Golden Week, the port of Zipangu was decorated and the following items were added. Japanese lacquer permanent camos for Yamato and Congo. Koinobore patch. Standard and premium Golden Week containers. Okay. Awesome. Now that's a pretty spiffy looking camo right there. Although the one thing I will say, it almost looks a little more like a Pan-Asian coloring scheme than Japanese, almost. But it's because of the red and gold. That's why. And here's the one for the Congo. Not bad though. Not bad. You also have this little fishy flaggy. Nice. Then we get Golden Week containers. So what's in those, you ask? Well, this is going to tell you. One item for the list. So you have mostly 15% chances of getting expendable camos and special bonuses, free XP, Elite Commander XP, but you have 0.33%, a 0.3% chance of getting a Maya, Hyuga, or Hayate. And then one of the Japanese lacquer, you got a 0.7% chance of getting one of these lacquer permanent camos. Okay. If you already have all the items, you'll receive 5,000 free XP. Okay. Now that's a regular Golden Week container. Let's look at the Golden Week premium container. Now here, you get a 6% on the ships and an 8% for the lacquer camos. And if you already have all the items from the ships and permanent camos, you get 32,000 free XP. Interesting. So yeah, you do get a little bit of improvement upon the camos or the premium or bonuses or free XP Elite Commander, a little bit of improvement on those. So, okay. Wow. All right. Don't think anybody needs to buy those. Just do what you need to do in gameplay to get them. Also added to the game, North Carolina CLR and Rune CLR with similar parameters to North Carolina and Rune respectively. permanent camos, Ancient Totem for Almirante Grau, Crimson Spark for North Carolina CLR, Azure Lightning, for Rune CLR, Volga Flotilla for Sovietsky Soyuz, and Blue Cruiser for Tashkent 41. Rotterdam and Toomey patches in the footsteps of the Incas, North Carolina CLR, Rune CLR, USS North Carolina, and Rune flags. So here's the North Cal CLR camo. Not bad. Now, being that my thing, I love my red, black, and white, and this is kind of my stream colors. So this is not a bad camo. It's not. I wouldn't look at it and say, "Oh yeah, that's gonna be my new favorite camo." No, not quite, but it's a nice camo. I got no problem with that. The Rune CLR. I'm not a huge fan of blue camos, but not bad. I like the red one a little better, but this is not bad. It's pretty decent for the Rune. Whoa, boy. I don't know what to say about this one. This looks like this ship was involved in a paint factory explosion. Yeah, or what was it? I think the old joke of, when somebody's dressed with weird unmatching clothes, somebody says it looks like a Goodwill dumpster threw up on them. It looks like a paint factory threw up on this ship. Okay, yeah, this is definitely unique. Oh my gosh, honestly, this looks like it has a little bit of rhyme or reason to it. This doesn't. This really looks like a paint factory barfed on it. Maybe even took a dump on it. I don't know. That's pretty bad. Holy crap. Let's please no more of these wargaming. Oh boy. And here's your Tashkent 41. This is fine. This is simple, elegant, sleek. No problem. That's decent camo. And what else do we have? Here's our, I love this NC flag. I'll have to try to figure out how to get that one for sure. Updated the description and tooltips for the burst fire alternative firing mode. Now they're more closely matches bonuses, described in more detail. The mechanic works. Also add the ability to switch firing mode in the port. Update the contents of the Italian cruiser's containers. Interesting. Well, this you can go look at these yourselves. You can look up information. So updated the contents. I don't know what the differences is, but hey, you can get these items from the dang cruiser containers or premium containers. Awesome. So wow. Quick recap. Updated Italian cruisers containers, new patches and flags and such. A pretty good camo, permanent camo for Tashkent 41. A butt ugly paint factory puking explosion camo for the Sovietsky Soyuz and for the Alte Grau. Wow. Pretty cool looking CLR camos for the Rune and North Cal, but I prefer the North Cal because I like my red and black. What can I say? What else do we have? We have Golden Week containers, regular and premium. We have lacquer. We have lacquer camos for the Congo and the Yamato. Pretty spiffy looking. We have updates to the Zipangu port. What else do we have? Unique upgrades for Halland and Venezia, which will be interesting. Definitely the Venezia one is potentially the most useful, but the Halland one's got some intrigue as well. Ships getting stuck on islands, working to get that fixed. Combat missions for portal competitions. You'll need to read about that to make better sense about it. We got some new captains for different countries in the game. That's awesome. What else do we have? New collection dedicated to anniversary entering of World War II, and a new map, Seychelles map or Seychelles map. You have the Port of Cure and the new Dockyard ship, which is going to be the Tier 9 Japanese battleship Daisen with another fugly camo. I don't know what to say about it, but that's just what it is. So that's it. That is a lot. That is 3 friggin' new dev blogs. 1 from yesterday, 2 from today, the 16th of March, the 1 from 15th of March yesterday. A lot going on, a lot of interesting stuff going on. So, check them out in more detail yourself if you're interested. But that's my quick read through and kind of off the cuff takes on everything. So now it's time to quit talking about it and go play some warships. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see notifications of future videos, just ring the bell. Until next time, Tater Dawg says, woof.